Hey guys, welcome in. Come on. Let's get started with another collective reading. See what we got in the energy. All right. Let's go. We're not going to drag this out. We're going to get right into it. All right. Expense in the reverse. We have North Node in the reverse. Motion is here in the reverse. Notoriety is here. There could be a court case going on here for somebody. That's drawing or will draw a lot of attention. Inherit is here. This could have to do with some kind of financial inheritance, proper asset inheritance. Now, if we're speaking spiritually and it's spiritual court, then the inheritance is about a spiritual inheritance. Your right to be free, your right to build and manifest as you wish and please. I feel like that flipped. Anxiety in the reverse. Came out in my last reading. Yeah, whatever it is, you weren't supposed to, or let's phrase it this way, because we're all put on our journeys and our paths, right? And we're all meant to go through obstacles and bullshit. Okay, so it's not like we were supposed to have gone through that. But if everybody on earth were acting correctly and rightly, then you would have had a stress-free experience. And these individuals, because they weren't working on themselves and doing right, they prevented you from experiencing freedom from stress and anxiety. Instead, they were adding to it. They made your life rough. Okay. We have dysfunction in the reverse. We have malleable, instrument, superior, they're trying to, somebody was trying to classify you as dysfunctional when you're not. Could have something to do with this court case here. You are very malleable. You go with change and flow very easily, and that's why you've gotten through what you've gotten through so far in your life. You are being used as a spiritual instrument. So whoever you are a messenger of some kind. That could be, now remember, messengers come in every form. Musician, artist, authors, anything to get a lesson across, right? You are superior in this area. This is where you're supposed to be excelling in the next part of your life. Now, had there not been any bullshit, you'd have been able to do that sooner, but so goes life. What else do we have here? Course in the reverse. This is ending though. So the journey that you set out on is this cycle is closing. This journey is closing. You're landing where you're supposed to be. You're right on time and you're right on target is what I'm hearing. Solo in the reverse. So you've been going at this solo for a long time, but not anymore. In the 3D I'm talking about, okay? Because obviously you've been protected here. If you were able to survive for so long, you've had someone in the spirit protecting you, guiding you, what have you. Okay, but I'm picking up that that's not you being alone in life, and having to go it alone is not going to be a thing for you anymore. That's going to be something in the past. I feel like somebody, whoever I'm speaking to, you don't really fit in anywhere or with anyone, and that's been a lifetime issue. But there's somebody coming into the picture, could be more than one person, that is going to be all right for you. You're going to feel welcome. You're going to feel like you belong with this person. And that doesn't mean it doesn't have to be a romantic kind of way. It could just be a partner. It could just be a friend, or friends, what have you. We have brief in the reverse. So like I said, whoever is coming in for you is not going to be short-lived. They're in it for the long haul. You have vampire in the reverse. They're not going to be sucking your energy dry like everyone else. I feel like that's also why you don't belong, is because everyone that you've experienced so far is a literal vampire, a literal energy siphoner, stuck in the reverse. You're not going to be stuck anymore. Not in life, not in career, not in relationships. This is something that you manifested, okay? So it's not like you wanted to go at the world alone, right? And it's not like it's not like you didn't feel like you fit in because you didn't like them. It's simply because you were just mentally on a different kind of level. You know, for some people in the world, people like you, people like us, if we don't have like a truly deep intellectual type of connection, we're just really not interested. So in other words, we're not interested in small talk. I don't want to hear what the weather is like. If it's, you know what I mean? Like, let's talk about the spiritual realm. Let's talk about deep consciousness type of shit, you know? Let's make this meaningful, you know? And, unfortunately, just a lot of humanity hasn't evolved to that point yet. And that's why we've been sent here to Earth, is to help it evolve. Okay, we have Aquarius here. You could be an Aquarius, or you could have it in your chart. It also could be in the chart of whoever it is that's going to step into your life with you. Scrutiny. Something's being scrutinized right now with this court case. Magic. Magic has been used against you in the past. Like I said, for some, this is dealing with 3D court as well, but for all of you, this is to do with spiritual court. Okay, and the magic that was set against you, it's being scrutinized right now. Because whoever these people were coming after you, they were not well educated when dabbling with this shit. They had no idea that it was going to backfire like it is. They had no idea that there was any kind of consequence to what they were doing. Now, I feel like they were definitely informed afterwards, but they didn't stop. They kept going. It's like it didn't even faze them. They knew the consequence and yet still continued. We have vibration here. And tactic. And sharp in the reverse. They were trying to match your vibration. Whoever has sent this magic your way. It's like they wanted to be high vibe like you. And once they realized that they couldn't be, they started with these small-witted tactics, spells, magic, etc. Hexes even. Work wants to come out here. So they could have also like sent spell work, put spell work on your work, because like I said, you were sent here as an instrument of God himself. And you are superior in the area that you work in. And I feel like they were trying to work to put a block on that. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting that they were successful, because I don't feel like whoever you are, you've been really, really dedicating yourself to it, for obvious reasons. Like you've had to come up on a lot of detours because of all the BS. Masking in the reverse. Yeah, the masks are falling off. There is a grand unmasking of these individuals. We have energy in the reverse. Interaction. Yeah, so like I said, they weren't able to match your vibration, your energy. And so they decided to engage hands-on. Take things into their own hands to take something from you since they couldn't have it. That's so fucked up that people are that way. Like, oh, I want to be like that. Oh, wait, I can't be like that because I'm an evil person. So since I'm an evil person, I guess I'm just going to go steal it myself. Even though I know that if I steal it, I can't keep it and I can't use it. But what the hell? Let's take them down a notch. What? You can always make different decisions. The greatest power that we have as a human being here on earth is the power of choice. You always have a choice. Always. In every single fucking situation. Every single one of them. You might not like the consequences. Maybe the consequences maybe your consequences really suck for both decisions, but you still have a choice. That's free will. That is free will, my dear, my dear, my dear. Addiction came out. The black magic is backfiring. Whoever this person is, maybe that's what the court stuff is about. Something that they did. I'm just hearing and seeing pills. It's something to do with pills. All I know is that whoever it was that was sending magic, because I don't know if you guys are aware, but if you want to get involved in black magic, black witchcraft, there are serious consequences if you don't. I mean, there are just serious consequences, period. Like if you have ill intentions against somebody and you're trying to like conjure up something to attack them, to hurt them, to stop them, there are a lot of people develop mental illness and disorders because of that. And that's just their consequence for doing what they did. So there is a mental disorder here. And it's being worsened by pills. Or let me rephrase that. It seems like the disorder is something that they're supposed to be taking medication for, and they're misusing the medication. We have discovery. So yeah, so going back to this court situation, It's very interesting. I would like to get more information on the court stuff, but I'm also trying to like just let the cards come out and speak. But someone knows something. Someone in the court system knows something in the 3D. Like I said, spiritually speaking, everyone knows what's up. We have paranoia. So they could also be very, very paranoid on the medications that they take, or maybe without the medication, whatever the case. Coercion in the reverse. They're not going to be able to talk their way out of this court situation. They're not going to be able to convince anybody that they are innocent. What else do you have for us? Flight risk. Somebody's rendered them a flight risk. And so we're talking about court here. So like somebody, I don't know the legality, like the technical terms of the legalities or the actual like procedures for it. But I do know that if you're being brought to court for something and they feel like you are a flight risk, there are measures that the court can take to ensure that that you're not going anywhere, that you're going to show up to court, like you're not going to just run away. So they are aware that this person is definitely a flight risk. I'm really getting this, whoever this is, like I said, this court stuff, I mean, it's something to do with your inheritance, right? They were really trying to intercept it. Or can... All right, so I'm getting this. The only way this person, whoever this is, was going to be able to swipe your inheritance, because every other path had failed. The only other path they could take to do this was to pretend to be you. But there's some kind of proof and some kind of evidence that this person committed fraud. They were caught doing something pretending to be you. So I don't know if they forged a signature on a document or if they actually appeared in court somewhere to say, hey, I'm so-and-so, that money's mine. Those assets are mine. They were left to me. Like, they've been caught. I feel like that's why they feel like this person is a flight risk. All right. I'm trying not to do, I don't like to do like long videos. I don't mind doing them. Like, I'm totally game for it. But I know that, I don't know. I just don't. If I'm led to do it, great. If not, I like to try to keep it short and sweet. What else do you have for us, Spirit? What kind of outcome can we expect from this? I mean, we know that this person has been an outsider. They haven't really belonged to, like, they just haven't found their soul tribe. But we know that they're about to. We also know that there is an issue with their inheritance that is being corrected right now as we speak by the court system. All right, so we have King of Pentacles in the reverse. Yes, this person was never going to get your money. That was never meant to be. Ever, ever, ever. But I'm telling you now, God really made them believe that it was possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, okay, well, that's what I want to do, and here's a surefire proof way of doing that. And it's like God on purpose let them believe that they could, so that they would, and by doing so would damn themselves. It would tie them forever to the consequences of doing that, because we all go through tests, and that was one of their tests. Like, are you gonna be, hurting people to get to this money, or are you gonna be a decent human being and maybe even help this person that whose money this is? We have the 10 of Pentacles here in the reverse. Told you, they're not getting a penny. They're not getting a penny. And then the 7 of Swords here. They were trying to steal. They tried to take it. They really tried. My God. And it's bad enough that people will dabble in magic and put blocks in people's life to interrupt them. And then it's a whole other thing when you start to like actually take action to steal. Like, that's just crazy to me. But I don't know. Some things I will never understand about these people. And all I can do is be thankful for that. Because if I don't understand, it means that I've never been that way before. At least in this case, right? But all right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. I hope this brings some kind of like comfort to someone out there to know that this is being worked on. And that you do have not only your inheritance to look forward to, excuse me, but you also have somebody who's meant to connect with your soul and be a permanent fixture for you. They're bringing a lot of positive light. Like that, this is a genuine connection. Like it's not going to be BS. It's not going to be a backstabber. It's not going to be anything that you've had to go through before in relationships with other people. And that is a beautiful thing. I love that. I look forward to seeing you guys unite. And thank you so much for stopping in. I greatly appreciate it. And until our next reading.